Hey guys, today we'll make an interesting snack made with cassava. The dry and hot season is coming up in Nigeria, and Abacha Mmiri Bobozi is the perfect snack for the hot weather. That's why it's also called air conditioned. These are the akụrụngwa you need to make Abacha Mmiri. You can eat Abacha Mmiri with roasted groundnuts. The one roasted in Nigeria, the one roasted in Obodo is never brown or tasty enough. You can eat it with coconut, mature sweet coconuts. You can also use roasted cashew nuts, as you will see later. And to make the Abacha Mmiri, you need fresh cassava, any variety. These white patches on the skin is the wax they use to protect it during export. Cut up the abacha into pieces depending on how long you want the Abacha Mmiri to be. These ones are about 2 inches long. Peel them following the natural peel of the cassava tubers. The black marks are the first signs of decay, so chop them all off. After that, rinse off the dirt and put in a pot. Pour water to cover it and start cooking. I usually cook it till it boils, then leave it to boil for 5 more minutes. Take it off the stove and leave it to cool down to a comfortable temperature. Then decant the water. Spread it out to cool down completely. Then slice it up. I go by about 3 millimeters thickness. It's fun slicing this, I tell you. When done, pour cold water to cover it and leave it there overnight. Now let's talk cyanide. It does not matter which variety of cassava tubers you're using. The process is the same. Cyanide is water soluble, so by keeping it in water overnight, we are destroying the cyanide. So many different processing techniques help destroy cyanide. And if you are experienced in processing cassava into various foods, you will know that usually more than one processing technique is utilized. In cassava fufu, we use fermentation, crushing, rinsing in water, and boiling to remove the cyanide. With the main type of abacha, we use boiling, grating, washing, and drying to remove the cyanide. With cassava flour, we use drying and later grinding the dry cassava into powder to remove the cyanide. With delta starch, we use blending, washing in water, yes, because cyanide is water soluble, and cooking to remove the cyanide. In the no smell cassava fufu that I uploaded the other day, I used blending, washing with water, which is what I did when sieving out the starch, and cooking to remove the cyanide. In gari, we use grinding, pressing out the water, and roasting to remove the cyanide. Having said all that, you will agree with me that it is only in the traditional cassava fufu that we use fermentation to remove cyanide. We are the people in the field preparing these meals for decades in Nigeria and in Igbo land. Yeah, I am an Igbo girl. So why do we come here and say that without fermentation, a byproduct of cassava is poisonous? Why? So far with this Abacha Mmiri, the processing techniques we've applied are boiling, slicing, and now soaking it in water. These three processes altogether will totally remove the cyanide. No fermentation necessary. The next morning, I wash it for about 5 minutes, rubbing it gently between my palms. Pour out the water, pour new water, and repeat the same washing technique till the water runs clear and the cassava has a bland taste. At the beginning, you can taste a little to feel the sweet and sour taste. Contrary to popular belief, you will not die. The kind of propaganda I got in that no-smell cassava fufu, oh dear. Now I feel like sharing only cassava fufu recipes till the end of this year, just so that I can show you 1,001 ways that we process cassava into food in Nigeria and in Igbo land where I come from, and all those do not involve fermentation at all. When happy, serve with coconuts, roasted peanuts, and roasted cashew nuts. And it is very safe to eat it, not poisonous in any way. Our great-great-grandparents have been eating this. I have been eating this. I am still alive. Biko, go and enjoy the snack, Joe. If you can buy cassava where you live, I encourage you to try this and serve it to any Igbo person or a Delta person in your life, and he or she will love you forever. It keeps well in the fridge for up to 2 days. Bye bye. See you soon.